How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to some more major ARK news, and we have an interesting one today. It's going to be a shorter one because we're only going to cover this first part of it, but it's really interesting. So, welcome to another edition of the Community Crunch. As the fateful day of September 4th draws near, heralding the arrival of Aberration Ascended and Bob's Tall Tale Steampunk Ascent, we find ourselves on the cusp of a monumental revelation. In the grand transition of progress and invention, we present you a masterwork unlike any other. Survive RM8. What that I'm sure that stands for. Oh, I get it. Fivermate. I get it. 5M8. I get it. If that's what they're going for, then Fivermate, that's pretty clever. But yeah, behold, a state-of-the-art automation, a shining beacon of civilization in the lightless, labyrinthian depths. No common contrivance, such an extraordinary marvel of modern innovation could only have sprung from the mind of an unparalleled genius. So stand aside and prepare to be astounded by the incomparable Survivormate. Oh, Survivormate. That's what it is. Instead of Survivormate, it's Survivormate. Now I get it. Survivormate. That's cool. Okay, this ingenious automation was fashioned to assist survivors of discerning taste. Do you find yourself overburdened with the complexities of day-to-day survival? Allow this mechanical engineering to attend to those unpleasant domestic chores for you, whether it's repairing structures, gathering resources, sorting provisions. Your indispensable clockwork companion will always perform its duties with impeccable precision and grace. That's really neat. So obviously it has a furnace built into it, which obviously this thing's going to be able to smelt metal. Obviously we got a preview of the skins, so obviously whatever helmet we're wearing, the skin is going to be steampunk goggles. We're going to have steampunk gauntlets. We're going to have a steampunk outfit for the shirt. Like, it's going to be awesome. And then this is going to be the Aberration base background. If just like the Scorched Earth background was more of a saloon, the Aberration is probably going to be more like a steampunk laboratory. Those are the vibes I'm getting from it, so that's pretty cool. I also like that this thing is going to be able to repair structures while you're doing stuff. Now, I'm sure there are going to be caveats to it. It's going to be limited. By the way, a lot of people were confused when they first saw this. Bob's Tall Tales 2. They thought, wait, another Bob's Tall Tales? It's the same Tall Tales. This is just the second thing to be added, because we're drifting away from the Western vibes and drifting into the steampunk. So this is just like the second thing. And then when the Mad Max comes out for Extinction, it's probably going to say 3 for that. So a lot of people who own Bob's Tall Tales really excited for this. People who don't own it, they're gonna, it's the whole pay to win controversy. That's probably gonna start up again. And I don't want to dive too much into controversies, unless they become really significant. Like the Pyromane controversy, that was very significant. So if they do release another fantastic creature, because that was pretty significant, the Pyromanes being released. But this guy, along with the Cosmos Spider. They're going to be awesome. Wicked, wicked awesome. And I just cannot... I'm so excited for Aberration. Now, it's just so amazing. Aberration actually is one of my favorite of the story maps. I think Aberration... It's a tie between Aberration and Extinction as to which story map is my favorite. Because both of those have so many cool things to offer. Aberration... I think Aberration is my favorite of the story maps because it's just so unique. It's unlike any other map. Yeah, it's just so exotic. I love how different it is. And from the looks of it, the survivor who built Survivor Mate is working on another arm, so maybe you have to replace parts of Survivor Mate to have it do certain tasks. So maybe it has to have a certain pair of arms to complete one task, certain pair of arms to complete another. And I'm willing to bet you're gonna have to defeat Rockwell before you're able to unlock this guy. Either that or you're gonna have to be in the level 90s. Because I don't see you being able to craft this guy at, level 20 or 30. Obviously, this guy's gonna be craftable, and I'm willing to bet you're honestly gonna have to craft him at a obelisk or in a tech replicator. That's what I'm gonna assume, just to make sure that it's fair for everyone on official servers, that they don't have access to this guy right away. They are gonna have to work their way up, so they are going to have to find a way to get to an obelisk. On the surface, they are going to have to find a way to get to the Rockwell terminal in the molten element zone, so they are going to have to get that radiation suit going. They are, going to have to defeat Rockwell to get a tech replicator, something along the lines of that. And then, of course, I'm going to safely assume you cannot somehow find a way to transfer this guy off the map and build him on another. I'm assuming, or this thing, I assume this robot, you're only going to be able to build it on Aberration. You won't be able to build it on Extinction or Scorched Earth or the island. I assume it's going to be restricted to Aberration because I'm sure some of the requirements to build it will be exclusive to Aberration. So you could build it on another map, but you have to transfer all of those materials first. Or it will say cannot craft in this map. I honestly have no idea. But long story short, this is pretty dang cool. I know a lot of people are probably going to be upset and, be like, hey, you have an assistant now. It's going to be pretty similar to games like Pal World. Because in Pal World, you can set some of your pals to complete certain tasks for you so you don't have to constantly grind. Like once you capture certain pals in Pal World, you can set them to tend to crops, you can set them to refine ingots and all that stuff, so you're not having to do it yourself. You just have to do it yourself until you have gotten a pal that can do it for you. So I honestly think that this is definitely a game changer for ARK. But the thing is, video games, they do not stay the same forever. They change. I mean, if you look back as to when ARK launched, when Survival Evolved first launched, compared to when Survival Evolved came to an end, and October of 2023 when it came to an end as Survival Ascended launched in 2023, it had changed so dramatically. And so it's not surprising that Ascended has made these changes as well. Video games do change over time, and I assume that they've probably made these changes because a lot of people have probably invested in Bob's Tall Tales. So they're probably looking at the statistics saying, hey, a lot of our consumers are purchasing Bob's Tall Tales. We might as well keep working on Tall Tales. It shouldn't be very general like we were originally planning. We should invest a little extra time in it because people really enjoy it. So some people really enjoy the vanilla game. Some people really enjoy Tall Tales. I really enjoy the Tall Tales. I think it's been cool so far. I haven't dove. The only diving I've made into the Tall Tales was the Oasisaur taming that I did a little bit back. Which took me absolutely forever and was very embarrassing. I got so roasted in the comments for my bad aim, and I just cannot help it. I have a horrible aim, both in video games and in real life. Trust me, if you were to throw a baseball 3 feet in front of me, I would miss it every single time. I cannot hit a golf ball to save my life. So it only makes sense that I can't fire a sniper rifle to kill buzzards that are attacking an Oasisaur. So it just makes sense. So anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to shut up now. And yeah, the rest of the news for this week: mod spotlights, conquest servers, bonus rates on official, and then of course the community corner, which we all know how much I love taking a look at the community corner, and it's always so cool. And then photo mode, of course. Who doesn't love photo mode? Ooh, this is spooky. I like it. This is foreshadowing to spooky season. Kinda like it. I'm getting Monster House vibes from that one. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're excited for Survivor Mate's release on September 4th, leave a comment down below. Are you excited for it? Are you not excited for it? What are your criticisms about it? I am very eager to hear what you have to say in the comments. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Remember, this is a safe space. You can express yourselves politely and maturely, though. That's the only condition. Politely and maturely. Feel free to say you agree, disagree, you're on neutral ground. You'll have to see how things go. But I honestly think Survivor Mate is going to be an interesting addition. I think it's going to be very helpful, at least for me. And yes, I am, like I said earlier, I am willing to bet it's going to be quite the grind to get a hold of this thing, to be able to craft this thing. Because obviously this is something that looks like you're going to have to craft. So I'm willing to bet it's going to be an in-game craft, and you're going to have to get a butt ton of metal. That's why I'm willing to bet a crap load of metal. I'm willing to bet 5,000 metal ingots to craft this sucker, maybe even more. So anyway, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this week's ARK news. If you did, smash that like button, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.